let me tell you, see some people, they have to stay far from me from today because anytime I see them,
We love hip hop.
Perfect. Even like, and we're already recording here, right? Before we even get started, and I don't want to put you in any political, we're not having no political conversations, okay? But literally right before I got here, I started seeing the announcements that Biden is stepping down. I was there watching the news and I could just hear the way they were saying breaking news. They just seemed so excited to have breaking news. Now that we're in real time as it's happening, any thoughts on this?
I personally don't care about the American politics. Like, I have nothing to do with it. Like, it doesn't, I don't know. Like, I don't know what, I'm not following it, so I can't even give a comment on it. You know what I mean? It don't affect me in any way. So, well, I don't know if it will, but at the moment, I'm not really busy about US politics. Yeah, man. A bit corrupted country that anyway.
Even like with getting in there, have you ever had any issues like getting through customs and stuff on the way to the US?
Yes and no. So, you know, like I've been there before, I've done shows there before. So, you know, it's just the whole process, obviously, of having to apply for your visas and so on. So hopefully hopefully if he does step down and then put back in the reality star, you know what I mean? But that's you have to look for America culture like that. And imagine you add a reality TV star as your prime minister, as your president. And he's look like he's gonna get it again. Yeah.
It's pretty much like that. We got Hulk Hogan out there ripping off his t-shirt with some Trumpomaniacs. From the outside, okay? We're from the outside. We're on the outside too because we're here in Toronto, right? And I know when I'm looking at it, I'm like, is this real? Am I watching a circus? Are you feeling the same from the UK?
But that's what I'm saying. To me, it does come. Like, you remember when he was on Twitter, when he was called Twitter? The man at the president, and he would just tweet some wild things. Like, bro, like you run a country, it's supposed to be, you get off of the app, bro. Like, go do something, you know what I mean? Like, talking about I'll push the button. Like, what? Like, and this is the man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what? Personally, I always feel like whoever they put in, whoever's always in charge of the countries, they're not in charge. There's other people behind the scenes that are making the decisions. You're just the face. You go on. You are the puppet. Go on. We will tell you what to do. That's what I think anyway.
Let me ask you a question, and it's politics, but not politics. As a man who lives in the UK, what's up with the Prime Minister's hair, bro? Nobody's telling him that, like, fam, you have bedhead, bro.
He's the one in England?
Yes.
No, he's not president. No, he's not prime minister no more.
Okay.
Boris Johnson has that.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, imagine, that's another thing, bro. Like, this is a man who's supposed to be representing your country at the time, and this is
can't find a comb.
Who you can't wake up and brush your hair, brother. Like, you know hard, you know, bro. Like, and you have soft hair too, so it's you know difficult, bro, for just wet like water and come out like look presentable, no. Like, no wonder nobody not take him serious. Nobody not take him serious.
When I'm watching on TV and when he was in charge and he would pop up, right?
Yeah,
I would be like, he has to be trolling. Nobody's telling him, his wife. Nobody's like, just push it down.
Come here, do something. Do something. Do a Donald Trump hairstyle or something. Man.
Something. Oh, man.
Yeah, boy.
But let's get into it, man. It's your boy, Friday Ricky Dread, here with another interview for your head top. Before I get into it, I want to give a quick salute to the sponsors. Big salute to Diamond Club. That's the sign that you see right behind me, right here. All right. If you need any deliveries across the GTA of loud, edibles, pens, anything you need, hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada, and you could use the code We Love Hip Hop for a little discount. Also, if you need a little bit of blem, hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. Get yourself some of that red herring grabber with the We Love Hip Hop boys on the cover. Okay, hit them up on their Instagram page if you need some of that delivery. Steamin' Hot Grabber, and they will handle the order. I like to interview rappers, right?
Yeah.
Because we're a Toronto-based network. Gives a lot of people an opportunity to be seen for the first time. But what I really like to do is interview people who don't rap, unless you rap, and I don't know.
No. Presents. Christmas time rap presents.
You don't got a hot 16 that you can just drop from, No? Okay. All right. But like, I've been watching this gentleman on the gram. even on YouTube and different places, just doing his comedy, his skits.
We're back again with another episode of different shade of white, and look upon a idiot shade of white. Let me tell you something. I must some new drugs in the world, you know. There must be a new drugs in the world where we don't know about, where only them know about.
Different things and just entertaining people on a whole. And I'm really happy to have this gentleman here. International man of comedy. We have Harry Gregory, a.k.a. White Yardie in the building.
Yeah. I think the pilots chat too much. Unnecessary talking. You know what I mean? Then come on and they be like, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for flying with us today. Today we'll be traveling to the UK. We'll be traveling at 40,000 feet. Why you need to tell me how high in the sky, man? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big up, man. Bless up, man.
Thanks for coming through.
No, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Why don't you ever use the gubby that I just threw out there?
It's not in the case of that, from the Caribbean, from Jamaica, you get nickname. So once you have a nickname, nickname kind of stick. And that was the name that people used to call me, White Yardie, White Yardie, White Yardie. Like, so, and even so, it was Yardie at first. It was just Yardie, but because to separate me to another Yardie, when they might describe me, they said, White Yardie. Yeah. So then everybody just said, oh, White Yardie. So that was the name, and even when I just started the comedy, I originally went with Harry, cause I'm a real name, so go with it. And nope, White Yardie people them say. So that is it, man.
You know what this made me chuckle just now? Because you actually said Harry.
Yeah.
And I've never heard a Jamaican pronounce with the H.
No. Harry, man. Harry, I'm a name, man. Them say Harry.
Harry. So, okay, you're over here in Toronto. You've been here multiple times, but just give us a quick sum up of why you're here and, the comedy show that you just did the other day.
Oh, yeah. So, we back in the city. Well, I filmed a special last night, basically. Filmed a comedy special that we're going to be putting out on my YouTube platform, YouTube channel, White Yardie, on the 6th of August. But why we did it is me and Wes was speaking and it was like, yo, we've been doing this for 11 years now. 11 years in the game. And, I've done about 4 or 5 tours maybe. I've done so many tours. I've done so many shows. I've written so much different material. And it's like the vision at one stage was, keep pushing and hopefully one day we get a special on a big platform out there. You know what I mean? The biggest one is Netflix, obviously. And that was the dream, and that still is what we aim to do one day.
For sure.
But you get to a stage where you say, all right, them not pay with no attention, no matter what we do. So we say, we need to have a body of work that we can put out there and let it go for free and see what it does, or push it and let's get it to numbers that will make people start recognizing us. Like, whoa, this guy has got X amount of views on a special.
Yeah.
Maybe then them pay attention. You know what I mean? So me and Wes having a conversation, him say, if you could film in the world out of everywhere you've been, where would it be? I'm gonna say, it would be between London and Toronto. And then we say, let's do it in Toronto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been somewhere where has been a place over my career that I've come so many times here, and the people have been super supportive. I'm say, let's do it here, and that's why we did it. So we come here and did it, and now, man, just have to see what happens from it.
You know what's also dope about you doing it over here? I feel that we get your brand of comedy.
Yeah.
Obviously you're an international man, but with Toronto, just with our culture over here, having a really heavy predominant Jamaican culture out here, I feel like your jokes stick with a lot of the Toronto man.
Yeah. I recognize it from early as well. Like when we just start even do the social media, there was a Toronto people were really taking to me from early. I never know it yet because I've never been here.
Yeah.
But on social media, I notice Toronto is a place where people are check for man. I say, okay, it makes sense. And then when you come in, you see it now, and you go places and you see the difference, how the culture is embedded here and people embracing it, and it's a big thing. People are in tune with each other's cultures. It starts to make sense to me, and that's why I always say like, yo, I want to play some love, man. I love Toronto. I love the people and I love the vibe here, man.
Yeah.
And again, it can vary because as a visitor, in a way, even though I've been here so many times, to you, that's what you see, but people who live here might have a different view on it. Be like, nah, man, the place is not nice. Like, but
yeah, we shit on it a little bit.
Yeah.
And there are things to shit on, but at the same time, even when the way you explain it, like we do respect culture. And that's a beautiful thing because a lot of other places it's like, get down or lay down. Like if you're not part of our culture in this country, then what are you even doing here?
Are they push your culture now a little corner?
Yeah.
And, all right, them can have the corner there, stay there.
Yeah,
but here, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
It's embraced.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Also, one thing that you were mentioning with filming your own special, have you drawn any inspiration from like seeing like different comedians like Andrew Schultz and I even seen like Akash put on a special the other day. It has like, I think 1.5 million views on it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think, you know what it is like, Andrew Schultz is a good one. Like, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, he did it and, you know, it took him, not him, no. Matt Rife.
Yeah.
Sorry. Matt Rife was the one I'm talking about. He did that, you know, he just put stuff out, like put loads of stuff out and it just gained such attraction that everybody had to pay attention to him. So yeah, you could say inspiration from that is definitely there. You know, we see it and we say, you know, why not?
Yeah.
Why not do it? Like, what do you have to lose? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put it out, you can gain 5-6 million views. All right, you gain that views, you will get paid from some views. You know, that's it. Or you put it out and it does gain the views and people start taking notice of it and then they come to you and bring you to a meeting and say, yo, we want this, we want that special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They might even say, take it down.
Yeah, and then we repost it there.
Let's redo it all over for you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So
there's those possibilities, but until you do it, you won't know. So yeah, man, you know, the power of internet these days is crazy. Social media, it's crazy, man. Like people come overnight stars.
Dude, and with you're far from an overnight star. You've grinded through different social media platforms and stuff. But before we even get into that, I want to take us back a little bit into your backstory. We don't need to go super far into the backstory because you've had multiple interviews explaining this, right? Like, okay, but you're born, you've spent most of your life in Jamaica, right? But at a young age, actually, your mother had to have you in the UK after having a miscarriage.
That's right. Yeah.
So then at what, 3 months you were in Jamaica?
Yeah. From baby.
Yeah.
All the way till 18.
So talk to us about that and also your dad being part of a sound crew. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer!
Yeah, so no, he had a sound system. He owned one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went on Wikipedia and seen the sound system thing.
Yeah.
Are they saying sound system like a sound crew sound system?
Like sound system we have speaker boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, so we call it just a sound system, a sound.
Yeah.
We don't say sound crew, but he owned it. He wasn't a DJ or a mixer or nothing like that.
Okay, so he wasn't a selector.
He would play music, like he would play like his music when he's ready. He would string up the sound when he's ready and play music. But he actually owned a sound that was, like, you know, you have 2 column speakers each side, big setup. Yeah, you know, you had your DJ, you had the box man, you had everything, man. So proper thing. Yeah.
So being a white family in Jamaica, right? Or like you have like a lot of mixes also in your background
definitely, yeah.
But you know, presenting as a white family in Jamaica, what was that like growing up?
I never noticed no difference. Because you have to understand, it's like from the age I'm there, it's like I know nothing. You remember? You don't even remember the day you're born. You know what I mean, boy? All my first memories is there, from the first talk, the first walk, the first food, the first everything. So it's like that's all me know. And to everybody else, them just see me there. So it's like them. I always tell people that I never get treated not different. to anybody else in my area, in my community. Nobody never look for me no different. Nobody never speak to me no different. I go school like everybody else. I go public school. I go like private school. You know what I mean? Because I'm growing at the country era.
You're saying Elizabeth.
Yeah. So that's another thing is like, people always assume that because you're white, you probably come from either living in Mobe or Kingston Uptown. And you come from a family that send you to private school. So you still kind of live a foreign life because you can in Jamaica it's mad because you have different places and different levels of things. Just like in America, Canada, and that as well. You have different levels. So you will have people who can afford to send their kids to the private schools that get a different education to the public schools.
Yeah.
You have a better setup, better system. You know, they will go shopping in the American style supermarkets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Country me grow. We got market where you buy food from the vendors and everything like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. When we go buy with meat, we buy from the butcher where we just kill a goat and I'm selling meat. So you understand what I mean? So my life, that's all I knew. Nobody never showed me nothing different and nobody never treat us no different.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So, because like, obviously the stereotype does come from somewhere because Jamaica is a predominantly black country or island, right? And, the white people that, even as a Bajan man, right? Like, we know, I've seen white Bajans, but usually they're upper class.
Right.
But, in St. Elizabeth, were you guys the only white family or was there other white families?
So the funniest thing about St. Elizabeth, all of the parish them in a St. Elizabeth, is one of the parish them where there's actually a lot of fair-skinned people there.
Okay.
There's actually a lot, and it's not that them white, but they're brown. There are a lot of brownings, you know what I mean? Like, it's mad. So even when I was in school, there was Indians in school with me, you know what I mean? Jamaican Indians. There was like, I had a friend called Jeremy, and he was very, very light. He had like coolie looking hairs, so there was, it kind of blend in, like, in a way. It's like nobody not look on you different. Right? But we were the only, there was other, maybe one and two, but the only other one me remember, it was a guy from Canada, funny enough, Canada.
Wow.
But he didn't stay, like, he came school, he was at the school for a while and then he left. I think he came back to Canada to live, like his parents live, his mother lived there, but his dad lived out there. So his dad stayed out there.
Yeah.
Cliff, I think his name was, or Jeff, something like that. And he stayed, but the son came back to live in Canada.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, pretty much we were, if that's the case. But
and what's one thing I found interesting from even some of my research is that you only experienced racism once you left Jamaica.
Yeah. I knew about it,
Yeah.
I never knew about it before. Like, you know what I mean? Like me come from a place where, like, we talk and we're friends, we have nicknames, we call you things based on what we see. You know what I mean? Like, me say it even on stage sometimes, when we at school, I have a friend called Black Socks, Black Man, Black Boy, Blacker. Me not be rude. That's what we call him. Him call himself that.
Yeah.
If you say, what your name? Say Blacks. But if you go to England and start, Black Man, everybody like, do you understand what I mean? But we don't know that, like, them call me nickname, White Man, White Mice, Red Rat. You know what I mean? Me get the nickname them too, but it's just how it is. We don't look on it in no way. But when I left, I start realize these things, and then people said to me as well, like English people, white people, they'll be like, why are you trying to be black? Stop speaking like you're a black man, you're not a black man. I'm like, what? Like, this is me.
Yeah, you probably threw off some people once you left Jamaica, because from the way you're explaining it, everybody just cool at it. Like, nobody's watching face, right?
Yeah.
But then obviously when you start to get to different places, everybody has their own beliefs and political agendas and all these different things. And a lot of the times I feel like it's projected on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They hear you talk, they see you, and then they hear you talk. And like something happens. Do you see that happen?
Yeah.
Like somebody just seeing you, they didn't hear you talk.
No, nothing. Yeah.
And then as soon as you start talking, like, what do you see on the outside?
Yeah. You can just see already, like, it's ignorance. It's a lot of ignorance from people. You know what I mean? Like, because again, there's ways to ask questions, right? There's always a way to ask a question. Like, people who say to you like, oh, like, how come you talk? Like, are you from Jamaica? Cool.
Yeah.
But then when you're saying something like, you shouldn't be talking like that. What's wrong with you? You're not asking a question. You're making a statement to me. You know what I mean? So that's the ignorance in you now, not wanting to learn anything. Because if you want to learn, you're going to ask a question.
Yeah.
If you say something to me and I don't know, I'm going to ask you like, yo, why you say that? Man, like, what does that mean? Or you break it down. I'm going to say, yo, you shouldn't say that. That's this. Because I don't know what it is. That's me being ignorant.
Yeah.
Let me find out something can, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I do get that, man. I see it all the time, man.
You ever get somebody who say some racist shit around you until they actually hear you talk?
Yeah. I pulled up one time when I was working at a job as a delivery guy, and when I was delivering, I was with my one of my colleagues, and he's a black man, and when you deliver, you have to get the paper signed.
Yeah.
So we were doing it like taking up things one at a time. There's quite a lot of delivery we're doing, and then he got the paper signed. But I left the paper on the table for the guy to sign it, the white man to sign it. So I left the paper there. So then when I came back up now, I was like, oh, did you sign the paper? And he said, yeah, I gave it to the color guy. And I was like, what? What do you mean colored guy? Like, he's a black man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not being, I said, no, but how you mean colored? Colored is rude, it's racist.
Yeah.
You cannot say colored to a person. You understand what I mean? Like, he is a black man. You can say the word black. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some people don't know if they can. You can say the word black. It's not a problem. It's how you say it.
Yeah.
And in what ways you use it. You understand? So if you're going to say, oh, you're black this, you're black that. No, that's different.
Yeah.
But you can't say black man, you can't say black woman.
Yeah.
Oh, I passed the black lady out there.
They don't even say it on the news now. They'll be like, somebody, knocked somebody in the head in the subway station. He had a gray tracksuit on with, green sneakers, and he's about 6'4". What color is he? I don't know who I'm looking for. I'm looking for an outfit at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go get a mannequin. Here's a guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, he matched the description. He was just in Foot Locker chilling. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
No, but Yardie, you're on the light end of what people have told me in the past. Like, I'm talking about other
I know, like proper like racist. I mean,
like, those nudge with me like, hey, yeah, those.
No, I know exactly what you mean. I know what you mean. No, but I've been around people, like, I've said certain things and I pull them up because they don't know. So I make them know straight away, you can't say that.
Yeah.
You cannot say that. Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? So but I know what you mean, like that hardcore. But then again, like, even on the drive here, I was talking with Wes, and I'm like, yo, like, I don't really have white friends. I don't. And it's not like I don't want no white friends. It's just I don't relate to stuff like what their culture is. You know what I mean? Like if it's a white guy, and most of the white guys that I do know are probably more into, like, they have ideas of Caribbean culture, African culture, or they're not that way inclined like them. You know what I mean? But I don't have friends like that. I'm not around people like that. I'm not in those environments.
Yeah. There's like I was saying about social media. I've seen you on Instagram, but tell me about Keeps.
Who?
Keeps.
Keek.
Is it called Keeps? The social media site.
Oh, Keek.
Keek.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the first ever. I think that's like the first ever social media app was video in app only. Yeah, that was a time where, it was out. It was people were on there doing videos, all different type of people were posting stuff, making content. And, I went on there and I was like, yo, let me see what I go on for you, son. Start try out things on there, you know what I mean? Doing like some little ranting videos and things like that, acting out little skits. And yeah, man, that kind of started everything for me. This was the start. And then just went on from strength to strength after that, like we did Keek, then Vine came out for a little bit.
Vine.
Did a 1-2 Vine. And then after that, the Instagram them say, yo, we are going to do video now, not just picture.
Yeah.
And that was it for me. It's like, yo, the app here now, yeah.
I think that was like around 2015, 2016 when they started adding the video to Instagram.
2014.
It was 2014.
Yeah, I think it was beginning of 2014 because Keek I was doing in 2013. Yeah. I think just at the beginning, I think it might be, just at the beginning of 20. It might even be, 2014. Cause I remember my first ever post on Instagram is 2013.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. So that's when I just started to come into.
So now, getting off of the phone.
Yeah.
And then getting onto a stage, right? You were advised by many people around you, yo, go try that shit, right?
Yeah, it's people watching the videos, right? So everybody who watch the videos were saying, yo, go on, go to stand up. Yo, I think you could do stand up. You're funny. Like, stuff you're saying is like comedy. Go, is what stand up comics do. Go, I'm saying, I try it. And that was it, man. Like, I went on stage, I got 5 minutes at a comedy club. It was I had to open the show or open the comedy club night. And it was 5 minutes, like, felt like I did it for a long time.
30 minutes.
But it went well. It went good. I enjoyed it. Got good feedback from people. And then, even the guys that run the club invited me again in the next 2 weeks. So I said, all right, must do something right.
Yeah.
And then it got to a stage where they might invite me back. And then I start say, yo, I ask the next comedian, yo, when you start get paid? Because this a freeness now. Freeness done. I'm tell you. If a man call you back so much time, something must good. So, I go on, like,
And I hold something.
Yeah, man. So then, start go from strength to strength. And then I start doing my own shows because me know me have an audience. Me I build up my own. When me start do Instagram videos as well, like, it was early days. Like it was, when I say early, it's like, yo, if you had 1,000 followers, yo, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I thought about, yo, like, when you see a video, when you see a picture get 11 likes, you feel good. I feel like a pass. So them early stage, me start and me a build. There was no big pages back then to like, post and repost your stuff and send you viral. There was none of that. I had to build from them days.
You had to be the viral one.
Right. So we had to start. I remember when a page that had 10,000 followers repost on my videos. I was like, that's the biggest thing ever. Right now, 10,000 is like a small page in a way to people. You know what I mean? It's like, to some people, it's still a big accomplishment, it's a big achievement. But in terms of what's out there, it's in a smaller category. So you have to work hard. So that's why even sometimes when I see guys starting up doing videos or they want to do this and they be like, yo, give me a shout out. And I say, yo, brother, you have to work. Put the work in. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody want it like this.
Yeah.
But it's easier now. It's easier now to go viral and become famous. It's very easier now because of work like what I have done, that been putting in for years. And people have got pages now that got millions and millions and millions that you need 4 or 5 of them post your video. By tomorrow, you're getting booked for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
But you see, the thing is with you came from, because there's a lot of comedians, like stand-up comedians who are like the pure stand-up comedians who never went through social media.
Yeah.
And they kind of look down on the social media, what they call social media comedians, right?
Yeah.
But I feel that you're so early in the game that you didn't get to benefit from being a social media comedian. You know what I'm saying?
They both grew at the same time.
Yeah.
I was doing them both, like literally starting them at the same time. So it was like they were growing together.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I did get a lot of that because there will always be people who have that doubt in their mind that social media is different to the stage. And they look on it like, yo, it's not the same. You have to learn. And it's true, you have to learn the craft. But I think what I did is because I was doing both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was learning the craft of stand-up while doing videos as well. So it was never a thing like, oh, he's been doing videos for 5 years, now he's doing stand-up.
Yeah.
And that's what happens to a lot of stand-up comedians. They do so many videos, they've been doing it for years, and then now they're like, how can I make money?
Yeah.
Let me do stand-up. And then they jump on stand-up and they realize it's a whole different game.
Yeah.
It's not like there's no stop and play, no cut, no edit, no reshoot. It's one take.
Yeah.
You understand? Like life. You go out there, you stand in front of 100 of people and they're expecting you to make them laugh.
Yeah. The only time you're going to hear sound, and this is why I respect you guys, man. Right? The only other time you're going to hear sound in that place is when somebody laughs.
Right?
Okay.
That's it. And then there's another time you hear them talking. If you're shit, if you are not doing your job, they must start talking.
Yeah.
Yo, that brother rubbishy, man. yo, this really pay money come watch?
Yeah.
Yo, what time him come on? What? Yo, man,
or just start talking about what they ate last Tuesday.
Yeah, like random conversations, brother. So yeah, man, like it's a whole different feel. And I went through it as well. Like there was people that did like, especially when I started to travel and do shows, people like, oh, social media guy, we see. But when I go on a stage and they see what I do, then they realize that there's a different, like, I remember even my first show that I did here in Canada. I remember first ever time I performed, and there was other social media guys on there as well, but there was also stand-up comics on there. And there's a guy, Jay Martin from Toronto. I remember when we done, like, he was like, yo, you're set. The way you pause, you took your break for the laugh. Yeah. Your timing, everything was perfect. Like how you did it. Like, I think a lot of people didn't know that I could do it. So when I'm doing that, it's like, I probably didn't even know me I do that thing, but naturally it's just going off of the vibe. Yeah. It made sense to me as well. So, like, yeah, just learn the craft, man. Learn it, guys. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
You got to do your laps, man.
Yeah.
And even with like preparing material, right? Like, do you like get a joke and you're like, you know what? Let me test this out, and then you keep on working on making it better? Or like you would like that process?
Yeah, we have to test it out on stage. But remember, not like music. With music, you can in a studio and you go over it and hearing it, listen it back. You can invite two friends to sit and chill with your producer or whoever they say, yo, that are the one. And you know what I mean? No, with me, a comedian, stand up, you have to be on stage. You need an audience to test a joke. You understand? I do little things like I test jokes in different ways, because some jokes that I have is real life situations. So sometimes, literally, my wife, for example, me and my wife could be driving somewhere, and I've done it before where I'm driving to a show, and me and her are having a conversation, literally about something, and we start laugh because we are saying, yo, imagine this, imagine that, like, yo, people not easy. We literally having a general conversation, but we're laughing at situations of people, and then I will go to this comedy show and I'll be doing my set, and then somewhere in there, I'll be like, all right, time to test out a joke. And then I drop the joke. And then after, she'll be like, we're just talking about that in the car.
Just talking about it, yeah.
I was like, yeah, but it's funny. So I said, I'm share with the rest of the people. Yeah. So I do that. I've been around friends before. Like, I would be around my friends. And they know they know it. Like, I'll start saying stuff, and then we're joking about. And then I'll go on stage and I'll do the joke. And then after, he's like, yo, you were testing that out on us earlier, right? I was like, yes, because I need to test it out, but I have to do it on stage. And the stage is different, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Give me a time that you bombed.
Ooh.
And what was?
Yeah.
What was the bombing like?
No.
How did it diffuse?
Yo, it wasn't like a bomb like that, because I remember it. It wasn't a bomb. It was, but it wasn't in my. It's a bit of 50-50. Basically, I went to the same comedy club that I started at, and I just popped up there just to go watch comedy. It was very quiet. There was probably like about 10 people in there. The room's big, but because it's a regular Sunday comedy club, it could be busy one Sunday, it could be quiet the next Sunday. It could only have 6 people there. The show still goes on because that's how it is. And I remember I went there, just me and my friend go there, and the promoter came up and said, yo, you want to jump on? And I'm like, yo, man, then I moved that. Man, just come up and watch tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was literally maybe 10 people there, maybe 10. And then him come back and he say, sure, because the next comedian run late. Now, I had a show the following week coming up, which was a show called Africa versus West Indies. No, Jamaica versus Africa. Sorry, Jamaica versus Africa. It's called Wahala. Now, it was my first time doing it. So I say, yo, you know, yeah, man, I want to test out some material.
Test some jokes.
Right? So now in the show that I had coming up was a clash. So I had to go up against an African comedian. So I had to have jokes like going against him. So I went on the stage, walk up on stage, started, and I was doing the jokes that I was planning for this guy.
Yeah.
Right? Or, you know what I mean? The 10 people that were there, I think there was a group of 7. They were African. So they weren't finding it funny. They weren't finding it funny because they didn't come to that show.
Yeah.
They're like, why are we getting this?
Why are you roasting us?
Yeah, and then worst thing, you're a white Jamaican, brother.
Yeah.
Like, where you deaf one? Like, you know what I mean? So that was the only time where I was like, yo, it was not that great. And I was like, yo, I'll just test those some stuff. Like,
that's hilarious.
I'm back in the other time. But yeah, man. So that was it. That was the only time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Even with like comedians and stuff like that. Tell me why Cat Williams resonates with you. Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different Grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose Grabba, that red herring Grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code WeLoveHipHop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show. Cheer.
Because you know, like I feel like with him, he speaks his mind about things. He don't hold back. You understand what I mean? And I feel like I do that a lot as well. And, you know, like people can say, yo, it could be a blessing and a curse in some ways because when you speak your mind and you say certain things, all of a sudden you can become a hater, right? And that's why I get with things that he does because I've been put in those categories already where I've spoken out about things before where I'm just looking at like, yo, what go on so? And then next minute, people say, oh, you're bitter, you're hating. Like, why? Because I speak the truth?
Yeah.
That's the problem. When you speak the truth, people feel like you're hate. No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth about a situation or something. Why am I hating? I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
You're the truth as you see it.
Yeah, like, this is it. So, you know, like, I get it, like, with him. Also, I feel like, as well, like, in terms of even some levels of it, I feel like he's a bit of still an underground comedian. Like he's still, even though he's big, we know he's well known. He's a very established comedian. He's at the heights of loads of things. He does tours, he does sellout shows, he does DVD, he does movie, he does everything. But sometimes it just feels like he's still the underground guy that gets looked past a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like that yo, like, I do so much, but I still feel like, yo, I get looked past to others. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say, yo, that's why I kind of connect with some of my things where I'm dealing with, you know? Yeah, man.
Just a question that just popped into my mind also, even based on when you're talking about, right? I feel that, like, you've spoken about in other interviews, but I want to ask you in this way. Give me a connection that, like, you might feel to Drake and the way that he may feel as a biracial man.
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, Drake, like, obviously, even now, like, when you look at what's happening now with the whole rap beef with him, you know, and Kendrick, and even just like how people are saying things, is like, again, it goes back to an ignorant state of mind, right? Because he's from a mixed family, you know what I mean? Like, so he's embracing what he's embracing who embraced him. And the reality is, even with myself in a way, I always say this, like, yo, one thing when I notice with black people, they are more accepting than white people, right? They are more accepting. And if you're from mixed heritage or mixed parentage, mixed parents, it's like you will find that one side might take you in more than the other. And it always tends to be the black side. Because if you're a mixed race person, right? In America, people are going to see you as black.
They're going to see you black. Yeah.
They're going to see you as you're mixed. Let's be real about that, right? So Drake is just embracing where he is. And maybe he did go through, I don't know the full detail, but maybe he went through a stage where he didn't feel like he fit in anywhere because, again, he's a Canadian, he's mixed, but yet he's the biggest rapper in the world. Yeah. That's not sitting right with Americans.
Doing an American art form.
Exactly. It's not sitting right with them.
Yeah.
So, but then we say American art form that was created by Jamaicans.
Ooh, I wish I had my sound effects here today.
So enough people don't talk about them things, right?
Shit, we try to go viral today.
No, but when you talk about, like, even when you say like their top 5 and they talk about the greatest of all time, Biggie, Jamaican. I'm just saying, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Kool Herc, Jamaican,
right, bro. So you know what I mean? So, but leave them to that. You know what I mean? That's their thing. I'm not really, as if they're really getting a political thing with them. But I get where Drake would feel like, and I get where there could be a connection. In, like, yeah. But again, he's just ignored that and surpassed everybody and done what he needs to do and be ways. But maybe sometimes he still is on a proving thing. He feels like he still has to prove to people, to them, because it's like they're not accepting him. It's like you want to accept him, so but then just go where you're accepted. Some feel.
You know, I'm gonna have to call the title of this episode "Go Where You're Accepted." That's bars right there.
Go where you're accepted.
So, White Yardie, I'm gonna leave the runway open for you here. Okay. Now that we're getting close to the end here. To get off all hate that you might need to get off. Okay. Maybe some Zeze Mills, you want to get off some hate on him?
Nah, man, that's her. That's a girl, Zeze Mills. Nah, man, she cool.
On her, I mean?
Yeah, she cool. I got no issue with her, man. Like that whole TV show episode that happened.
They try to check you crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was you know, it's with the only thing that with me is the issue that I probably had even after it is the people who, like her, for example, you know, like all of a sudden you had a problem with me. I did nothing.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense. Like I did nothing, but yet you have the issue with me. Are you? But whatever, man. Like, man, no time for that, man. Just for man.
Yo, dude. When I found that little piece of content, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was crazy. But then it goes back. I'm saying the ignorant side of things, and you know, people just don't want to educate themselves because it's so simple to act. And the truth be told about it, she was the host of the show. All she really had to do is just like, the thing with her, like, she gets a lot of hate in the UK from a lot of people because she's a very outspoken person.
Yeah.
That me and her used to follow each other and speak, but the only reason why we used to even follow each other is because when she just was starting up, she used to have a YouTube show that she used to do. She record and she talk about things. And she gave me a shout out on there because of one of my videos that I did. I was speaking out about something. She gave me a shout out and I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I'm going to follow her. She do her thing. This is before she was even blew to anybody big. So I gave her a follow and, you know, then when she did the show, everything was cool. I never had no issue. I'll invite her. We had a screening in England. Me invite her there. She come to it, everything. So there was no issue. It's just afterwards when something happened, like, all right, the people were attacking you, but you know people don't like you already for certain things you say. But then you make it seem like a my thing, like a me set you up. All right. No, you guys try to set me up. You understand? The company that you work for try to set me up. And then it's like, even the next season came out, they mentioned me at the opening of the big season. Like, yo, the show is back. I bet many people didn't think we were going to be back. I bet White Yardie didn't. And I'm like, yo, you're only calling my name because my episode was the most viewed out of all of theirs.
Yeah.
People, that went viral. Everybody wanted to tune into it to know it. But the next episode, next season, you're calling my name because you want a reaction. Yeah. To make people come back and watch.
Dude, you know how much they benefited off of that viral moment?
Of course.
It's in Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's in Wikipedia, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's other places, but if you look in Wikipedia, under controversies, it's there. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I guess, you know, I've heard you say other times, you ask the right questions, you get the right answers, right?
Yeah.
Even though that was a question that was like a kind of like an off question, she asked the right one because that shit went viral.
They did, man, for sure.
With you as a comedian, as somebody out here as a personality actor as well, what's the ultimate goal?
The ultimate goal really is, I was talking about it earlier, is definitely to be able to get to a place where I want to see the Caribbean further than where it is. Like, you know, I feel like the Caribbean has a lot more to offer than just food, music. You know what I mean? Like, because that's why it always seems like food and music is the only thing that the Caribbean has to offer. You know what I mean? But we have a lot more. We have actors out there. We have poets. We have comedians.
We have a comedy scene.
You understand? But why are we not getting to the levels of like what we should? Other entertainers are. You know, like, for example, dancehall entertainers are getting very far, but we have comedy. We need to start get on a level like that. So the goal ideally would be like, I keep speaking about it, but I'm going to speak about it because till it happen. Is ideally I would like to be able to get into a place where, as I said, like a Netflix, get a relationship with them going in some way where it's like, even if they produce a couple of my specials, put them out, put some funding into now knowing that, all right, let's go and produce for other Caribbean comedians or other Caribbean content. You know what I mean? We can have documentaries, we can have movies, we can have. When I say movies, it's like I was saying this, like think about how many Jamaican movies have you seen? Not even say Caribbean. You can't even say Caribbean. How many Caribbean movies have you seen?
I've only seen, to be honest, I'm talking from the perspective as a Caribbean man, right?
Yeah.
From my mom from Barbados.
Yeah.
I've only seen Shatas. Right?
Yeah,
I haven't even seen a Bajan movie.
And again, that was a lot of it was based in America.
Yeah.
There was a lot of based in America.
You're right about that.
There was a little bit in Jamaica, a lot in America.
Yeah.
Right? And I think even most of the actors in there were Americans as well. Yeah. So it's like, and I think it was even produced by, directed and produced by Americans as well. So even that is just showing you, is like, yo, why we can't have a comedy movie from Jamaica or Barbados or Trinidad? Why we can't have a Titanic type of Caribbean movie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why we can't have them type? Because the audience is there.
Yeah.
The audience is there. We have a wide audience. Music is, the Caribbean dancehall Jamaican music is powerful. Bob Marley is a legend around the world.
Facts.
Around the world. This guy has changed people's life. There's people, you go anywhere in the world, you're going to see Bob Marley icon somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, and so there's an audience.
He's being played in commercials.
But that's what I'm saying. There's an audience. Why do we just have to feed music to them?
Yeah.
Here's something else.
Yeah.
Here is more. Usain Bolt, icon.
Yeah.
People love him all around the world. We can give more than just that. But there's an audience for it. Jamaica is loved. The Caribbean, people love it. This is not just a holiday destination.
Yeah.
So why we cannot have these movies or levels of it producing around the world?
Yeah.
So that's that would be my goal, and to be able to do one day. Even if it's not me, it's just being able to get it done. And I would love to see it get done.
No, it might have to be you. It might have to be you, dog. Because even just the way that, even the passion that I see you talking about it, and you being a Jamaican man, like, and being a white man as well, like I'll put that there too. You'll probably be able to get into certain rooms, you know what I'm saying? And be the one to have...
Sorry, I probably can't get into them, but once I start talk, they want to get me out of the room.
Yes, but if you're able to, like, and you guys are already doing it, you're already doing your thing, right?
Yeah.
But money talks in the end of the day, right?
That's it.
And it might not have to come from outside of Jamaica to make that big Jamaican play. It might have to come from within Jamaica.
Yeah.
And to be, you're the guy, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to put the weight of the Jamaica on your shoulders, but you might have to be the guy
but that's what I'm saying. That's
produce it yourself and shit, and just say,
that's what we have to do. It's exactly that. Get and do it, because we need it done, and it has something has to happen, because it can't, like, you think about it, next 10 years from now, nothing again. Like, you turn on these all these platforms that we pay monthly for or whatever, and you can't say nothing upon there will look close like where you know.
Yeah. And what's funny is, like, even living in the UK, there's a lot of stuff that you can find UK content on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? And
you can find Asian, even on Netflix, you can find African content.
Yes.
So why the Caribbean cannot exist?
Yeah. Yo, listen, man. White Yardie, you came out here to open a jewelry store today. You know what I'm saying? Last thing before I go, okay, because you got to understand, as a music guy, yes, you can ask me about any rapper in the world, but I love comedy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't go out to as much stand-ups as I want to, but I watch all these comedy breakdown guys and everything. I'm obsessed with just watching the come up of it.
Yeah.
Recordings, like Spotify and stuff like that. Not because people don't do comedy
audio
tapes, right? Are you getting into that at one point?
No, but I think it's definitely something we're gonna look into, because it's another streaming thing again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people can listen to comedy, you know what I mean? I know Trix has done it.
Yes,
so,
salute to Trix.
Yeah, big up Trix. Trix, I think Trix is the only one I known to have done it. But I know. I think he's done it a few times where he's recorded the audio and put it out on platforms. So it's definitely something to look into, especially we just recorded the Straight Out Jamaica special now. So that's audio that's going to be out anyway. Why not put it on some streaming platforms that it can be streamed. You know what I mean?
Upload it yourself like a podcast.
That's it, man.
I am my own uploader.
Exactly. You get it out there, man. You have to do it.
Yeah. And podcasting, because comedians being podcasters is just like hand in hand. Is that in your future?
I've done it before. I've done I used to have a podcast back in England called Chalk and Cheese. And it was
I heard of it.
Yeah, it was doing well. It was 5 hours on there, 4 comedians and a DJ. It started on my tour. So I had a tour in the UK and we were all on tour together. And it was like the conversations we were just having when we're not doing shows.
Yeah.
The banter, the jokes. You know, we was doing live videos. I think we did a live video one day and all of us were in the same room and I was doing the live video. And it was just funny, like different things being said. People were just enjoying it. And I was like, yo, we should do it. And then we did it.
Yeah.
But you know, after about, we did it for quite a while. I think we got into the regions of like 200 plus, maybe 300 plus episodes. It started, I think, after a while. After COVID, there was a difference. Like before COVID, everything was good. But after COVID, things started to go a bit different. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people had a lot of egos on board. We actually had a member left and replaced him with another member.
Yeah.
Another comedian. And then we were doing it. It was going well, but we could just see where it felt like there's 5 of us, but not everybody, we're not all on the same page.
Yeah.
Everybody's here for different reasons. And it felt like, you know, everybody had their own vision of what's supposed to be. So it's like, we couldn't come to no agreement. And the only agreement is like, got to a stage where it's like, yo, we get it. 5 of us doing a show is good, right? Sometimes I'm not there because obviously I travel at the tour. So they carry on doing 4. That's cool. Sometimes another guy can't make it. That's cool. That's 4. As long as there's 4, it's well. But then it started to get to a stage where it's like, there's only 3 people here now. It started to get weird. I took a break away from it. I said, yo, I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
It got to a stage where we're not even having conversation. We're having arguments. We are turning up and it's like arguing. And there's 5 mics. So me and you all have a conversation. You all have a conversation.
Yeah.
It get messy. I didn't want to do it. And then
that's audio snowstorm right there.
Right. And then I went off and I did another podcast called Breadback with one of my friends, Remy, who's a female.
The names are crazy, by the way.
Yeah, man. And then we were doing it. It was a good way. We had guests on and we would just speak to the guests about stuff. And it was more a serious side of me that people were seeing. And the people enjoyed it. Because there's different levels, you know what I mean? Like, not because man a comedian, man have to bust joke 24/7.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a lot of seriousness that you can speak about, like experiences that can help people. The problem is, the problem is, and I do plan to do a show. I don't know if it's going to be a podcast, but I do plan to have something on my YouTube channel where I'm not going to say it's going to be weekly, but when I'm ready, I'll turn on the mic, turn on the camera, and I record and I just talk about things.
Yeah.
But one of the things when we know what make things work is like, yo, you create some kind of controversy, something. So if me start right now, if me start a podcast and the first thing me advertise is, yo, let me tell you, see some people, they have to stay far from me from today because the same time I see them, I'm going to cut it there so everybody's going to go watch that.
Yeah.
They want to know who me I talk about.
Yeah.
But if you start a podcast,
I'm going to use that as a clip.
Straight, do that. The people will come here and be like, oh, where's that part? They're looking for that part. But the part where you talk about your people, like, you know, like, man, them if you take care of your children and things like, nobody don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that low engagement.
Yeah, like, I don't want to hear that. So yeah, man. But I will do another podcast type of show. Yeah.
No, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank
like
you,
if you do, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the gram. Next time you're out here, I'm going to pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I'm back again in October.
October?
6.
I'm out there, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to come out of my shell, man. I'm an inside guy. You know what I'm saying? I like to stay inside tough, but like sometimes I got to come outside.
Yeah, man. So I have to step outside, man. There's a whole world out there.
Yeah.
I always say, yo, like, don't be an insider, man. Be an outsider. Because, you know, because I feel like that. Like I say, I feel like an outsider more time.
Yeah.
So, but I don't mind. Because I always say, when you're outside, you see more.
True.
You see me? When you're inside, you just see way in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Stuck in the 4 walls.
That's it, man. Yeah, man. I have to step out,
No, man. White Yardie in the building. What you got coming up next?
So yeah, you don't know. We have August the 6th on my YouTube channel, the Straight Out Jamaica special. comedy show. You can watch it. It's also a clean comedy as well. So you can make your mother watch it, your grandmother. Like, there's no swearing in it. I kept it clean.
Nice.
We have that. Then we have the Straight Out Jamaica Part 2. Starts in September, and we tour in October in Canada. Toronto date is the 6th of October.
Dope.
So yeah,
dope,
man,
dope,
that
dope.
we have coming up right now. Yeah.
Dope. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Make sure to get your tickets. You know what I mean? For the people in the listening audience who are hearing this way ahead of time, get your tickets early. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a packed show. You know what I mean? Before I get out of here, I just want to give a quick salute to the sponsors. You know
Yeah, man. Do you think, man?
Big salute to Diamond Club before we get out of here. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada. And big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabber. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber. White Yardie in the building.
Don't know.
We are off of this. Deuces.
We love hip hop.